You know what bugs me? German roaches. If you've called me out to treat for German roaches, for you, there are several things that you need to know. Stop blaming the neighbors. That's number one. In our society, everybody wants to blame someone else. When it comes to roaches, this will do you no good. Even if your neighbors are nasty and that's how you got the roaches, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because once you have them, and now it's your problem. You are next in line to be blamed for giving them to someone else, unless we fix this. In only the worst problems do they transfer from house to house by crawling over from the neighbors via the yard. I'd say that 99% of the transfers happen because they hitchhiked on you, your guest, or the stuff associated with both. These include purses, backpacks, appliances, and many others. No matter where or how you got them, you've got to get to the point where you realize it's your problem now, but it's fixable. German roaches are nasty little creatures that get just about anywhere you let them. They multiply by amazing rates, transfer disease, deposit allergens, smell bad, and are embarrassing to have. However, anyone can get them, and I do mean anyone. Every commercial restaurant here in East Tennessee will at one time have to deal with them. So it's not bad to have roaches, it's bad to keep them. Roaches are one of the most adaptable creatures God ever created. They prefer damp, warm areas, but can be found anywhere in any type of structure. They're scavengers by nature and can feed on almost anything. These disgusting creatures are coprophagic, which means they eat poop, necrophagic, which means they eat each other, and we use this to our advantage through bait treatments. Every 6 weeks, the female drops an egg capsule called an ootheca, containing 30 to 50 baby roaches. For these reasons, you can see how they multiply so quickly. If you do the math, in 6 months, one pregnant female can turn into 1 million roaches. Food poisoning, dysentery, diarrhea, and other illnesses are transmitted by the legs when they walk over your food after walking in filth. The cast skins, when they shed their exoskeleton, and fecal matter can have allergen issues as well. I had a customer years ago with 2 young boys who were about to be diagnosed with asthma and had a very severe roach problem. This would have several implications on their medical insurance future. After telling me this, I urged the mother to inform the doctor of the roach situation and asked him to hold off on his diagnosis till we got rid of the roaches. A few months later, when the roaches were all gone, she told me that the boy's breathing problem were gone and the doctor had no plans of going forward with the asthma diagnosis. They also no longer needed the breathing medication. All of this because of a roach infestation. It was bad. It was really, really bad. One of the worst I've ever seen. Please understand, this is not just a sanitation issue. It is definitely a medical issue. Oftentimes I meet people with roach infestations who have what is, I could best describe as a constant cold or a runny nose or just no pep. When the roaches are gone, these symptoms subside. Now, I'm no doctor, so if you got medical stuff, go see a doctor. Call me to kill the bugs. So, the time it takes to get rid of German roaches depends on a couple factors. The most important one is your cooperation. I can get rid of them all day long. How long it takes depends 100% on you. You can make this more expensive by yourself by working against the technician, so take heed to the suggestions that you're given when you have German roaches. They will save you money in the end and get the little boogers eliminated quicker. The good news is, unlike most insect problems, once German roaches are eliminated, unless you bring them back in, the problem's over. It's gone. This is not always the case for pests that infest from the exterior of the home to the inside, like ants or spiders or something like that. You're going to have constant treatments to keep those away. Roaches, once they're gone, they're gone. If you get them again, it's your fault. You brought them in. One of the other very, very important things, if you've got roaches and you want me to kill them, stop spraying, stop dusting, and for heaven's sakes, do not bomb. Waste of time, waste of money. It makes it so much worse. I can't tell you how many times the customers told me they tried everything before they called me and managed only to make it worse. No offense, but you don't have a clue what you're doing. And no, I don't care what Aunt Jolene told you to do for them because she claims it worked, and you probably got them from her. Here is why. There's a video, I'll put a link in the description, about home remedies. Old wives' tales. They only make them worse. Forget the fact that you spent a bunch of money on these type of things, embalming and spraying and dusting and all these essential oil junks. You called me, so it obviously didn't work. It never does. Improper use of pesticides is dangerous for you, the kids, and the pets, so stop it. That's what bugs me. Then after I start servicing your home, if you continue to use any pesticide, you can ruin what I have done. Now you paid for 2 and you got nothing. Stop it. To add to all that, when you spray, you run them deeper into the walls. This makes you feel good because you see less, but they'll be back. All you did was move them around and ruin my product. You also can create resistance. So you know when the doctor gives you antibiotics and he says, take the entire bottle, you get halfway through and you start feeling great. So you just, I'm feeling good. I don't need to take the rest of these. And then the bug comes back, pun intended. You built up a resistance, or the bug built up a resistance because you didn't kill it off all the way. You just kind of tickled it a little. Same thing's going to happen to these bugs, and it's going to cost you more money in the end because it's going to take longer to get rid of. Believe it or not, cleaning is just as important as my service. How fast the roaches multiply is directly related to the availability of food. Since they're small creatures, what you consider a crumb, little bitty crumb falls off your sandwich, that's a feast for them. With enough food, one roach can turn into 1 million in 6 months. This is so important that it might be beneficial to pay someone to come in and clean. This is an expense, but if sanitation is your problem, paying someone to fix it could actually save you money with me and fix the problem quicker. 100 roaches can live off of 1 raisin for a year. So let's be realistic. You can't be clean enough. But the cleaner you are, the better. On a side note, most of the time when a customer tells me to, just ignore my old dirty house, I'm so embarrassed, those aren't the ones that need to be saying that. When I go into a house, it's a sanitation nightmare. Those are always the ones that told me, I worked 6 hours yesterday cleaning up this house. Really? Those pizza boxes have been in the corner for months, and I wonder if the water in the kitchen sink even runs. The third really, really important thing here is tell me the truth. If you lie to your doctor about your cheeseburger intake because you're embarrassed, you're only hurting yourself. If you try to tell me you cleaned yesterday and the dust is 2 inches thick, you're only hurting yourself. Don't be embarrassed about your situation. You are trying to fix it. Let me help you. Tell me all the ugly details and be truthful about how much you hate to do the dishes or how you have told the kids 1,000 times to clean their room and they won't. I understand that one. I got 2 of them. I get it. Life gets busy. The trash overflows because you had to take 3 kids to 12 different appointments in 20 minutes. I get it. Let's be honest with each other so I can help you. Remember, the better I can help you, the faster the roaches will be gone and the less money it will cost you. At the end of the day, I can get rid of your roaches and give you a cleaner, safer house. Isn't that what you want anyway? How long it takes is up to you. Let's work together and remove this plague. I hate German roaches, but man, I love to kill them.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I think I saw a rat in my house. Mice, I thought she had rats. No, rats are outside. Mice are inside. Yo, but what if a mouse goes outside? Does it become a rat? And if a rat is in the house, is it a mouse? I ain't never seen no mouse outside. That's what I'm saying. That's because it's a rat, fool. Damn. Oh, I think I saw a rat.
Take it, you dirty yellow-bellied rat, I'll give it to you through the door.
Keep
Make that change, you filthy animal.
This is the rapper.